High in the Rocky Mountains, where the air is thin and the people are supposed to be sensible, sits a strip mall that clearly missed that memo. Between a vape shop and a place that sells tax preparation and bait, there is a law office. The sign outside simply says, "Law Offices." No name, no credentials, just confidence. Inside that office works a man who believes two things very strongly. First, that he is the smartest person in every room. And second, that the law is mostly about who sounds confident while explaining it. He is young, ambitious, and legally willing to represent almost anyone. Because here in this town, everyone eventually needs a lawyer, especially the kind of people who probably shouldn't have one. This morning, Candy, the office manager, arrives with the day's first client. Candy works nights as a dancer and days as the gatekeeper of the legal system. Her client intake process is simple. Did you panic? Did you do something questionable? And do you have cash? Congratulations. You qualify for representation. Today's client walks in with his arm in a sling. He looks nervous. The attorney looks excited. Because nervous, clients usually mean interesting stories. The man explains that he didn't steal anything. He simply retrieved his property. Apparently, the property in question is money. The problem, according to the police, is that the money was inside someone else's house. And it was inside a drawer, and the drawer was inside a bedroom, and the bedroom belonged to someone else, which, according to the attorney, is not the important part. The important part is ownership. You see, if the money belongs to the client, then technically he was retrieving it. The attorney leans back in his chair, smiling, because this, in his mind, is brilliant legal reasoning. He explains it slowly. If you take your own money from someone else's house, you are not stealing, you are conducting a financial correction. Candy nods. Like this makes perfect sense because Candy believes two things. First, that this lawyer is extremely smart. And second, that spelling her name with an I makes her legally mysterious. The attorney then asks the client to stand up, walk around the desk, and hold the money, just for a picture, because nothing says innocence like documented confidence. Candy grabs the camera, trips over a chair, almost drops it, and somehow still takes the picture. The client stands there, arm in a sling, holding a stack of cash like he just won a game show. The attorney smiles. Perfect. Evidence far above the strip mall, the Rocky Mountains watch silently. They have seen wars, empires, civilizations rise and fall. And now they are watching a man invent a legal theory called financial correction. The mountains say nothing, but if mountains could sigh, this would be the moment. High in the Rocky Mountains, the legal system continues its quiet experiment with confidence. Inside the strip mall law office, the attorney is reviewing paperwork that he does not fully understand, but he feels very confident about. Confidence, after all, is the cornerstone of most legal strategies. Today's visitors are Bob and Mara. Bob works for the local baseball team, the Hyenas. His job description is unclear, but it involves carrying things and apologizing frequently. Mara is a real estate agent who believes she is extremely good at negotiating. This belief is very important to her. They enter the office with purpose. Bob is nervous, Mara is determined, and Candy, the office manager, immediately recognizes the situation. These are people who are about to explain something complicated very badly. Bob places an envelope on the attorney's desk. He explains that they have brought a retainer. The attorney nods. Retainers are normal. Retainers are professional. Retainers are how lawyers begin representation. Mara explains that they found it earlier that day, which, the attorney notes, is slightly unusual. Bob clarifies. They were walking through a parking lot when they noticed something on the ground. A retainer, not the legal kind, the dental kind. Someone's orthodontic appliance. Apparently it had been dropped. Mara, seeing an opportunity, picked it up, because in her mind, a retainer is a retainer. Bob places the object on the desk. The attorney stares at it. He studies it carefully. Then he leans back in his chair. This, he explains slowly, is bizarre. Not illegal, but definitely bizarre. Candy nods like this clarification was necessary. Mara then explains the rest. They place the retainer inside an envelope so it would look more professional. The attorney appreciates the effort. Presentation matters. Bob adds one more detail. The envelope was not originally empty. Apparently, they found the envelope too. And inside the envelope, when they found it, there was money. Quite a bit of money. They assumed the money must have belonged to whoever lost the retainer, which means the retainer and the money probably belonged together, which means giving both of them to the attorney seemed organized. The attorney slowly opens the envelope. Inside is a stack of cash. The attorney pauses. The room becomes very quiet. Bob looks proud. Mara looks satisfied. Candy pretends this is a normal legal intake procedure. The attorney closes the envelope. He places the retainer into a desk drawer. He places the envelope into a different drawer. Then he folds his hands. He looks at them calmly. He explains that the situation is unusual, possibly confusing, and once again, bizarre, but he assures them they are now represented. Bob looks relieved. Mara looks victorious. Candy schedules a follow-up appointment far above the strip mall. The Rocky Mountains observe this entire exchange. They have witnessed gold rushes, land disputes, oil speculation, and now, a legal retainer that was literally found on the ground. The mountains consider the situation carefully. Then, collectively, they decide this might be the most pathetic legal transaction they have seen all week. Inside the office, the attorney smiles confidently because in his mind, everything is now under control.